Hey IndyCar family, this is INDYCAR Dad. I'm your host for the IndyCar news in 5 minutes. I read and watch everything IndyCar from the past week, summarize it in 5 minutes. This is a Bommarito 500 review. So the big news is the race was great. Never a dull moment. Even the yellows and red flags were short, brief, and to the point. They really kept it moving, which is good because this race started way too late. Like I'm sure people went to bed over this one. We'll see what the viewership is later in the week, but I'm not predicting good results. Anyway, the results were good from the race. Joseph Newgarden put on a masterclass. He really does own this track, and even drivers that can keep up with him should be lauded just for the ability to do that. Marcus Ericsson finished second. He had a fantastic run. He almost won the race in a rain delay earlier, and he had a fast car all day. It's really kind of a shame not to see him win it, but Newgarden was unstoppable. Christian Rasmussen got a third place finish. He drove at the limit all race and finished third. And then Rinus VeeKay, this dude is amazing. Like, I really think Rinus VeeKay is one of the talents of the sport. If you look into how young he was when he started in IndyCar and what he's done since with the equipment he has, he's really impressive. So to finish fourth in a Juncos car, he just did great. And even the team looked great in the pits. So congratulations to those guys. 5th through 10th, Scott McLaughlin in 5th, Kyle Kirkwood in 6th. Pretty good race for him. David Malukas in the Penske's, so Penske's, 3 Penske's in top 7. Will Power in 8th, which was a pretty strong run. Marcus Armstrong in 10th, and Christian Lundgaard in 11th. Not bad. I always do the top rookie. This week it was Mick Schumacher. He was in 16th, a lap down. And to be perfectly honest with you, it wasn't deserving of a mention because Kyle Collette was up in the top 5 of this race a bunch of times and his engine blew. And then Dennis Hauger never even started the race because his car didn't run at the start, which I haven't seen that in IndyCar in quite some time. So it's unfortunate for Dennis Hauger. He's doing really well in the rookie standings, but if the team can't give you a car that runs, that's sad. So we do winners and losers every week. Winners here, Newgarden, Ericsson, Rasmussen. Great race from all 3. They all needed a good result too because none of them were doing that great in the points. And none of them, Rasmussen just signed a contract extension, but I think the other 2 really would like some showing for their career. Also, winner Rinus VeeKay. He's currently 13th in the championship standings in a Juncos, so that's pretty stunning. And then the third winner of the week is me. In the preview of the race, I gave you 7 drivers to watch for. And I stopped predicting results. I'm just going to tell you who's going to be exciting in these races. And this is what I said. I told you Rasmussen would be exciting to watch, and he did not disappoint. There was a save in this race that he barely made. So Newgarden, I said to watch, and he won the race. I predicted an average finish for Kirkwood, and he finished 6th. I said Scott Dixon would run well here, and he really did, except he ran out of fuel at one point. I said David Malukas and Scott McLaughlin might be good contenders, and they were 5th and 7th. I predicted Pato would be in the mix. I might have missed this one a little. Pato finished 11th, but he was in the mix. And I said ROL, Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan would be terrible, and they were. Mick Schumacher was 16th. Louis Foster was 20th, and Graham Rahal was 22nd. So I think I did a great job predicting. Maybe you should listen to my podcast before these races. I do a lot of analysis before the race begins, and I'm old, and I've been watching IndyCar a long time, so I kind of know a little bit about it. Any losers this week? Well, Chip Ganassi Racing kind of blew it. They had to emergency stop Dixon, so he had to go to the back of the field at the end of the race. Alex Palou ran out of gas in an incredibly dramatic moment while on pit lane. He was slowing down in the fast lane of the pit lane. It was crazy. And then Kiffin Simpson Flat ran out of gas on track and lost a bunch of laps as they had to drag his car back into the pits. So CGR's strategy team normally wins them races, but this week, not so much. Next week, we're off. It's a free weekend. I'm going to finish cleaning up my garage, and I'm putting my old race car up for sale. So, by the way, everybody's asking what it is. I know it's not part of my podcast, but it is an Ultima. Ultima is the company that makes the Ultima GTR. It's kind of like a semi-kit car over in England, and this was one of their earliest factory race cars. So I've owned it for a bunch of years. It's been sitting there doing nothing. But people have been asking. So it is an Ultima Spider. It has a small block in it, a really hot one with a dry sump. And then it has a Porsche transaxle in the back. So it's kind of like a Can-Am car from back in the day. Anyway, thanks for listening. I try to keep these brief and informative. You can find me on socials as INDYCAR Dad, and I hope to see you at the races. Thanks.